So I really appreciate that.
Take your time to get good product.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's good. Now tell us about the nannies. I also heard you mention about nannies, the women that's in the Caribbean that take care of.
Well, not just women that are in the Caribbean, although that whole story. But like I said, I started to paint these kinds of pictures because of my own experience. My mother used to take care of children, the children of our teachers. Okay. Women that were our teachers. Our school was across the street from our house in Brooklyn. And since my parents used to beat us a lot, we had a lot of manners.
Yes.
So one teacher in particular,
why you got the beat.
Exactly.
You didn't have manners, so mom beat some manners into you.
So one of these teachers in particular, she said to my mother, "Oh my God, your kids are so great. I'm having this baby. Could you take care of my kid?"
You see the goodness.
So my mother, because she was a very industrious lady, she didn't pass up the opportunity
and
to do
the disciplinarian.
Right.
She was able to discipline the teachers' kids while you're in school.
No. Well, she didn't discipline them. I mean, first of all, they were babies.
Okay, we're back with more of Laura James. We're standing next to one of her paintings here. Remember, if you want to see more of her work, check out laurajamesart.com or myspace.com/Laura James, or check myspace.com/Caribblast for more the interview and her paintings, her wonderful work and some wonderful stuff like that. Now, Laura, I see you have a wonderful painting here. Tell us about it.
Okay, this is the last painting that I've completed. It's called Grandmother.
Yep, she's still wet.
I was in Puerto Rico and I saw a statue of I believe she's called Madama de Guayama, and she was just this very black saint, and there were all these black girls all around her, and they all looked exactly like. Everybody looked exactly like, and it just occurred to me, down in the Caribbean there are people from every race.
Yes.
And they're all Caribbean people. It's not like
light skin and some dark skins. We are
dark skin and light skin, and some are more privileged than others, but they're all Caribbean people.
Right.
And they're I guess they're not native, but they all came there, and like that hundreds of years ago, whatever. So in this painting I was compelled to put things that are in the Caribbean but are also in Africa. Like the flamboyant tree, the guinea fowl over here.
So you got some bees here.
Bees, bees represent royalty as well, and I believe that grandmothers are royalty as far as I'm concerned.
So you got a cow.
I got a cow. I have a rooster. And then also I put these boats in here with different flags from different European countries that colonized the Caribbean, like Spain and the British flag and the French flag and America.
Nice.
Which is like
so
everywhere.
Are these dolls the kids are playing with?
Well, yes, these are dolls. These are dolls that I have in my collection that I got in the Caribbean and Jamaica and Puerto Rico and
cool. And this is a Bible right here.
No, I don't think it's a Bible. I mean, it could be, but it's a book. It's just a book because grandmother teaches us.
Right. Your grandmother taught you anything?
My grandmother was, when I knew her best, when she lived with us here in Brooklyn, she was kind of senile. So she really didn't teach me much, but it was nice to be around her.
You see how you caused a lady to be senile. Gosh, you're a tough little girl when you're growing up, huh? Tough little rebellious girl. Wow. This is nice. I like this. I mean, I don't know if you want to say, but for a painting like this,
oh my gosh,
but a ballpark figure, that's an average. So just say a little more than or a little less than. It doesn't have to be the exact figure, or it is
less than $10,000, but not much.
Less than 10,000. So this could run like what, $9,900? Gosh.
Yes, art is subjective, and basically, you know, you try to get as much as you can depending on your track record and what you've done in the past. So, you know, now I've been doing this for about 20 years. So, you know, prices increase.
No wonder you don't work. We do this for $10,000. That's a nice piece of change there. Now, you also mentioned where people go get your work so that they can, you know, do their own little collection and put in different books that's around the world. Tell us about that.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was telling you before how my work is in Bridgman Art Library, which is on online, and also they have different catalogs and things like this. It's a place where people go to buy image rights for reproduction for books, any kind of periodicals. Television, whatever, CDs, whatever. So I've been with them for many years, and my work has been published in, you know, quite a few books.
So tell us a few. I mean, other than the Roman Catholic thing.
Can I show you something?
Of course you can.
I mean, it's right there.
Of course you can. If you just let my camera guy just come in here. Come here. Just give Laura a chance. She can go get that book. Come right back.
Okay.
You know, Laura is very talented. I'm looking around the studio here, and we're going to show some more of her stuff. I mean, you've been looking at some of her work when we show the clips, but, you know, that still doesn't give you justice. You got to really check it out for yourself. You know, Google her, Laura James Art, and you get all the information. Are you ready?
Okay.
Come on back over here, girl.
Well, this is one book in particular. I'm actually very proud of this because this book is in a different language. It's called Guru. I think it's about important teachers. But when I got this in the mail, I was so, you know, this picture here of Jesus, this Caucasian Jesus, is actually one that we had in our house. So when I saw my work next to it, I was like, oh my goodness.
Wow.
It was very, it still is. I'm getting chills, you know. I'm like, oh, wow. You know, I'm just pleased to see my work representing a different image of biblical people. You know, it's not really something that I, like, set out to do with my life, you know, or I want to, you know, make...
It all just happened.
It all just happened, but, you know, it's all good. I'm very pleased, and, yeah. People are beginning to picture biblical figures in a new way. You know, it's 2009. Get with the program, and I'm very glad to be on the front lines of that.
Right, so what else is in the pipeline? Maybe some things you don't want to speak of yet because it's not complete, but what else is out there?
What do you mean?
As far as accomplishing, what is... Okay, let me rephrase that. Who would you like to paint for, or where would you like to see one of your paintings?
Well, you know, it just comes to mind. But now that we've got Obama in the White House, I don't know. I think they need, like, a piece of art by Laura James. I don't know.
Well, you know what? I know somebody. I can call somebody. For
Okay,
this.
cool. You know, it's all about who you know.
Call your people. Okay? You know, go down to the White House and we see what happens. So you can do it. You see, I know people man to talk about. Well, we're gonna take a break, show some more of Laura's work, and we'll be right back with more of Caribblast. Remember, we're covering the Caribbean like the island breeze. Well, we're back. Lestah Cool and Laura James. We're about to bring a curtain down on this show, but I could go on and on. It's been a pleasure, of course.
It's been a pleasure for me, too.
Yes. Now we're going to just look back at some of the stuff that we talk about and where they can find your work and stuff. Now, you heard us speaking of the Book of the Gospel. This is it right here.
Yes.
It's a big book. It's a heavy book. See? Gosh. You know, that's where I find all the information. Tell us some of the stuff that they can find in there real quick.
Well, it's Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. It's arranged so that you read one chapter from each book each Sunday. So Matthew, and then you have Mark, and then Luke and John in order.
Cool.
And there are 34 images painted by me.
Right, and you can check out ltp.org and see more of the Book of the Gospel.
You can order it at ltp.org.
There you go. You can also check the bridgemanart.com for some of your paintings where they can go in there and see what they want, and then they call your people and then get together and do what they want to do with your
Yeah.
That's how it's done. That's how
Yeah, that's how it's done.
So I can just call you up and say, oh, Miss James, I see image number 10, and I would like to do something with image number 10, and then we go from there.
Yes.
That's how it's done.
And, you know, pretty much they buy the image, the rights to use the image.
Right.
Don't forget about that.
I wouldn't. Yeah, you're right. It's not free.
No, it's not.
You cannot download it.
No.
MySpace, no. You can't do it. You have to call her, and then she will tell you what to do. You got to pay for it. I don't know how much
Well,
it
you
is.
call them, not me.
Or call them.
But it's all good.
That's how it is. Okay, well, all information will be there at
bridgemanart.com.
bridgemanart.com. Over 100 images of Laura's work.
Yes.
Laura, any words of inspiration before we go?
Live life. Yeah, just do it. You know, that's
Live
my
life and paint.
Yeah, that's my just do it. Whatever it is that you want to do.
And do it good.
Right.
Again, it was a pleasure, Laura.
Same for me. Thank you very much.
Yes, check her out on myspace.com/
Laura James Art.
or laurajamesart.com. And like we said, bridgemanart.com, that's where you see her work, and LTP for more of the Book of the Gospel.
Yes.
All you Catholic people, you know what I'm talking about. Make sure when you go to church this Sunday, look for the book. The work that's in there is done by Mr. and Mrs. James, Mr. Laughlin's daughter. Laughlin James' daughter. That's her right here.
Yeah.
Very talented girl.
Sunny Antigua.
Oh, yeah. It's Caribblast, covering the Caribbean like the island breeze.